always say I'm going to tidy this up every year, and then it's full of all these things. Oh, Kiki! Kiki, have you seen my hat? I'm trying to find it for my costume. Oh, Kiki, if you have borrowed it without asking, that is not okay. You must all... Oh, the mask? The mask from Halloween last year that you wore? Oh, Kiki. Okay, I found your costumes that you wanted. There is a sharp and pointy teeth. And also the big and tombstone crunchy teeth for the bones if you want to be a monster. I don't know which one you want this year. Kiki? Oh, well, I'll put them aside for you. Oh, my hat! I found it! Kiki is okay. I found my hat. Oh, perfect. And then it all comes together really rather well, don't you think? Now, I am going to make my flat nice and spooky for the Halloween. Oh, yo. Velvets, and welcome to Haunted Happenings with me, Veronika Velvet, and my familiar, Kiki. She's very excited. Oh, yo, this is very exciting indeed. I love Halloween, do you know this? Because it is the one special night of the year where you can really just have fun and let yourself be scared. Oh, yo, I love to be scared. And I love to scream! Ah! Oh, yo, it's so much fun. The rest of the time, we are also busy trying to make ourselves feel cozy and warm and safe, just so we can get by, and that is okay. We tell ourselves things like, oh, yo, that monster under the bed, it is not really there. Or that creepy witch that is in the woods, it is not really real. Or ghosts don't really live in cemeteries and rise up out of the gravestones to chase after you and wail horrible sounds. But on Halloween, the thing is, we can just say yes to all these things. We can say, maybe, just maybe, all these things are real. Oh, that gives me a shiver just to think about it. It is time to fully embrace the fear and say, oh, yo, you know what? I am scared and I love it. It is really quite special. And I will try and scare some other people as well. Oh, that is fun. Ooh. Oh, yo, it's only my eyeballs. Here, I have decorated a little space in my flat to make it nice and spooky. It is important to remember that Halloween is also about the changing of the seasons, you know. The leaves, they get orange and fall from the trees. And the mist sets in. Well, that is why Halloween is partly this time of year. So, I think it is a nice idea to go out and get something from outside to bring it in. Here I have got lots of different leaves that I found in the park, or different colours, and I add them, and it has a real intimate feeling of the outdoors and the indoors together. I have created them to make a kind of tablecloth of sorts. And a mirror is always good for creating a spooky atmosphere Because you never know if your evil mirror twin is going to pop in and say, hello. It is good she is behaving herself today. That is good. I love the tea. It's a bit hot at the moment. Actually, I cannot drink that right now. Okay. In the Victorian times, they loved Halloween, and things were a lot more scary then. There was a thick fog that covered the entire city, so you couldn't see past your nose and everything was dark and misty, even in the daytime. Oh, that's scary. The Victorians liked to do lots of very creepy things. They liked to dress up and pose for photos with dead people. But the thing is, in the Victorian times, they didn't have television and phones and computers or even the YouTube. Can you imagine? Oh, that is scary, how boring it would be. So instead of these things, when the seasons got colder, the Victorians would have to stay indoors and they would play games. These were called parlor games, and we still play some of these games today. On Halloween, the Victorians liked to create a spooky atmosphere where they would dress up and light candles, and they would play games to tell their fortunes and make contact with the spirits. Now, that is called spiritualism, and the Victorians liked doing that in their parlours very much. Sometimes they would put on a bit of a show, like a spooky performance is happening around the table. And some people would say, these ghosts are not really real, they are made up, it is part of the show. And other people would say, I don't know. Maybe there really are ghosts. You never know. Now, one of my favourite Victorian artists was an illustrator called Pamela Colman Smith. Now, she was a fantastic illustrator. Someone who draws the pictures for sometimes the books, but also some other things as well. She did do some illustrations for books, but her most famous illustration she did was for a deck of cards. In 1909, she worked with a spiritualist called Arthur Edward Waite. He was a strange guy, let me tell you. Together, they worked on a deck of cards called the Tarot. Arthur Edward Waite thought that these cards were so special that they could tell you a message from the spirits, or perhaps tell you your future. Now that is quite scary, don't you think? Now the pictures that Pamela Colman Smith did for the cards were so good that people still use them today, over 100 years later. Sometimes to tell the future, but also just to ask a question to ourselves and maybe find out what we are really thinking or feeling. Because you see, every card has a picture on it that tells a little story. And if we put all of these stories together, we can find out what the spirits have to say to us. This Halloween, we might not be able to go round to each other's houses or trick and treat the same way that we normally would. But what is Halloween if not a little surprising and unpredictable anyway? Huh? And I have just the idea for a very special Victorian parlour game spiritualist performance piece for you to do in your house. Are you ready? First, you will need to decorate a place in your house that you can invite people into. Think about all of the different elements. What kind of lighting will you have? Are there any weird and wonderful things you can bring in from other rooms to help create your haunted environment? For some ideas, you can watch my series about how to create a show in your house at the link below. I think the lighting and space episodes will be particularly useful for this challenge. Oh yeah. Now, in this little performance piece you will be putting on, you will be playing Your Highness Halloween. Ha! Oh yo! This is a character that the Victorians like to dress up as. And to play Your Highness Halloween, you will have to find a costume that makes you feel magical, a little bit spooky, and maybe also quite powerful. Here I am in my costume. I have picked it because, well, I like the color green. It is a color that is often associated with spirits and evil. I like these weird things, like I have a hand here and also some hands in my earrings and a strange third eye. So that is very nice. And this costume makes me feel, well, really rather fabulous. And that is important, because when I am inviting people into my space, I want to feel like I am in charge. Oh yo. You will invite people into the space that you have created one by one. If you have no one you can invite in, oh, that is okay. It is even more spooky, because, well, if the ghosts come, then no one will be able to save you. When each person comes into the space, so for me it is just Kiki, I will invite Kiki in here, you will greet them playing Your Highness Halloween. So it is important to remember, this is your space and you own it. And also you want to give them a little spooking. I think it is nice to have something to say when people come into this space. You can write something, or I have written something that I enjoy very much. It is this. Take a bow and prepare to scream, for I am Your Highness Halloween. What do you think? I like to think there are some Victorian ghosts watching over my shoulder when I play this game. I bet they are very dusty. Then you will use a pack of cards, like the tarot cards I was telling you about earlier, to tell your audience member a message from the spirits for the year ahead. I have a normal pack of playing cards. These are very good because they're easy to get hold of. Maybe you have a pack in the house already. And you can also add some of your own cards to it as well. So here I have some Pokemon cards and also some football cards as well. But you can really add what you want. I have even drawn some. You can create your own cards to add with the pictures like Pamela Coleman Smith drew. Here's Kiki. That's a good one. You would want to get that one, I think. The trophy. It means that you are going to do very well in the year ahead. And then you can make your own card using other things. Like here, I have used a leaf. Oh, yo. Look how spooky that is. So you will need to make your own deck, that is to take a few of the different types of cards you have made or found. I'm going to take a few of these ones. And then the ones that I have made. And some Pokemon ones. And some football ones. And put them all in your own deck together. So it is not too many. Oh, this is perfect. Then you will have to look at your cards and think about what each of them might mean. In the normal deck of cards, hearts can mean love or friendship. Diamonds can mean money. Clubs for fighting. And spades for gardening. Obviously. And then how high the number is depends on how much of that thing you might get. So, you know, a 5 of clubs might be a medium fight, for example. Or the ace of spades, not very good gardening for you this year. Nothing will really grow. And then messy? Oh, well, if you get him, he is the goat. That is true, right? So maybe it means you go for a nice walk on the mountainside? Something like that. Far-fetched? Oh, well, he likes to fight and he also carries a leek. So I would say that is halfway between fighting and gardening. Maybe avoid going into the garden in case a fight will happen within the next day, for example. Now I will invite Kiki into my space and I will do my little performance for her. Kiki! Your Highness, Halloween is calling you! Kiki, I am so glad you have turned up because now it is time for your spooky performance. Oh, yeah. So, when I am doing Kiki's spiritual reading from the cards, firstly, it is good to close your eyes and shuffle the cards. When I am doing that, I am picturing Kiki and all of the things she enjoys, you know, chasing the pins around, eating all of the feathers from my feather boas, sleeping, scaring me. Oh, yo, doing some DIY. She likes that very much. Picture these things. Then I picture letting the ghosts into the house from the outside. Oh, yo. I am picturing a window, and outside in the darkness are all the ghosts. I reach forward and I open up the window, and all of the ghosts come flooding into the house. Oh, I am seeing it in my brain. They are loving it. Oh, wow, they are having the best time. They are wailing and throwing things and swooping up and down. Oh, wowzers, they are being very naughty and mischievous. And then when I am ready, I let a little shiver go down the back of my neck. And then I am ready. Okay. I turn over 3 cards. 1 card. 2. 3. Kiki, I know you are very interested because here is, I would say, a mixed message. It is not wholly bad, but it is also not great. So the first card, it says, oh no. I think this might be a sign that something unfortunate might be happening to you sometime within the next couple of months. But next we have Luxray, the Pokemon card. Now I think this is quite a good sign because it's a stage 2. This is a very interesting one. I think it is a sign that there will be a lot of activity and quite electric movement for you. I would say maybe stay away from the sockets and the lights, just in case there is an accident. And then the last card, the Ace of Spades, well, it looks like it might not be a very good gardening time for you coming up. There might not be very much stuff growing. So generally, it is a mixed message for you, Kiki. I will say, in summary, I think the spirits are definitely telling me, beware of lightning in the garden. What do you think of this? I think a very important and accurate reading of the cards. Oh no is what will happen if you go into the garden when there is a storm. I'm very happy about this one. Okay, this is a very good spread. I'm very happy with this one. I'll clear up all of my leaves and all these things, and then you'll find out... What is this? Someone has written "feed me" on a leaf with some fangs. That is not me. I did not write this. Was it you? Oh dear, I do not know who would write such a thing. It might be something like a vampire who likes to suck the blood. Oh no. Or maybe a spirit who wants to suck my soul like soup. Oh, I do not want that to happen. Oh. Kiki, did you write this? I know this writing. That is Kiki's writing. Oh, that was very scary. Then, Kiki, you wrote feed me on a leaf. It is Kiki's dinner time. I have forgotten. I'm so sorry. I've been doing all the reading of the spirits. Oh. Now, well, to conclude, everyone, here's how you speak to the spirits and create a spooky performance for your friends. I hope you have fun, and remember, be spooky. And I will see you later. Kiki, I'll just get your dinner. Hold there.